little too loud. Hey guys! So as you can probably tell from the title, tonight is going to be one of our long overdue cosplay work nights. It's been a while. I've spent so much time working on Spyro the last many months that I haven't been doing much else. And I know you guys don't want to just sit here with me while I sew a million scales on. Cause yeah, I know I would not enjoy watching that. Time-lapsed, maybe, but not completely. Alright, it looks like we are having a little bit of frame rate trouble. I'm hoping I can fix that somehow. No, I don't want to send a message. Go away. I guess if it gets too bad, let me know. I am going to be pulling up the stream on my phone so I can keep in track with you guys. And I have to go and grab a couple things so we can get started. Turn down the volume on here. Alright. Be right back. Ugh. I've thankfully cleaned up in here, so it is 10 times easier to find everything. Plus, I just kind of shoved all of my pieces into one of my gauntlets. I also have my knee patterns here. I haven't exactly had time to just make any of my own patterns for this, so we can thank the great Lawrence Iwood for all of these. I'm excited to work with his patterns because the man is amazing. Alright, got those there. Now where are the rest of my stuff? I think this is an old version. No, I think that's a new version. Here's the fun part. Oh yeah, flowers for Amki. Because my babe said she wanted flowers, so I brought her flowers. Seriously, I even went all out and grabbed a ton of rose petals. I'm excited to see her face when I just like dump all of them on her, because that is currently my plan. Is that all of them? I feel like there's supposed to be more pieces. Huh. I really feel like I'm missing some. Where did I put? Oh, hello. We're gonna be working with barge, so we're gonna want this. And here it is. Ha ha ha. My can of contact cement, which is finally starting to hit the point where I'm gonna need to buy more, and I do not look forward to that. Ha ha ha. Right. So on this side, it looks like we're doing relatively okay for frame rate, so we're gonna call it good. Let's see, just so we can get some friends in here. I'm so not good at planning these things. Like honestly, this entire stream is a last second live. So we're gonna wait and see what happens. Ha ha ha. Cosplay Work Night. Find us on YouTube. We're ready to go. Well, almost. I need to get this on. Because safety is important. Warm that to my nose, otherwise my glasses will get so fogged up I'll never see a thing. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Because safety lines are sexy. only bad thing about this is I lose all facial expressions, so it turns into hands. Hair back, because there's no way in hell I am getting contact cement in my hair. And there go the glasses. I'll figure something out. Even if I have to alligator clip my glasses on, we will make this work. Whew. I'm trying to think of where to start for today. Probably getting all the cat hair off of these. Because, goddamn, there's fur everywhere. Yeah, they are most sexy. Also just realized I didn't turn on my lights back there, but I think we're just gonna call that good for now because I want to get these done. We're gonna have to fix this. Alright, we're gonna look fucking weird. I have some of these, so I don't know if that'll hold. Ha ha ha. So far so good. If they fall off now, I'm just gonna have to go fuck it. I am also starting to realize this might be a reason why people always tell me go to Twitch instead, because I like to swear. Don't get me wrong, I would like to personally say I'm a generally child-friendly person, but I still have a decent sailor's mouth. Where did that screwdriver? Ooh, it's better. I thought I had a screwdriver. Apparently not. Ha ha ha. Ooh. I think this is why my can is starting to get all weird on us. I also, ha ha ha, so many brushes. Oh. Even through the mask, this stuff is still pretty potent. And this is one of my better masks. I have been thinking about getting a full-out respirator again. So I may have to, like, bump that up on my priority list. Alright, so even roughly together, these guys are a bit flimsy. So I'm trying to think of a way or what I can use to kind of stabilize them out. I did have some wooden dowels. I don't believe I still have them anymore. Don't know where they are. I am not prepared today. That's okay. All of cosplay is like the last 10 seconds before the con. What can I do without those? I know these guys are going to go together, but I'll have to do that after that part. Don't set that on top of there, because that'll glue itself to it. Aha! We can work on the gauntlet base, because I know I have all of these pieces. I even had to recut them just because, fuck, I'm tiny compared to Lawrence, so that was a little bit awkward and annoying. But I guess it's bound to happen. I mean, being a small person is never fun. Also, I really love the size of these things. They're not too overbearing. They work out pretty good. I'm trying to remember if I put this on the very top edge or if I need to make it flush on the inside. So I'm gonna just play with it a little bit, see what we can do. Nope, my brain is saying it goes on the very top like a nice cap. So I'm gonna move these out the way. perfect. Hold it with the boobs. We can use our womanly charms for something useful. Cosplay. Honestly, even though this part is time consuming and tedious, cementing is one of my favorite parts for prop making. At least when it comes to foam props. I have been doing a slow burn on items for both Gardevoir and Xerneas, but mainly been focusing on this guy and Spyro. Like, I started these gauntlets, I want to say, yeah, sometime in October. And then I just stopped working on them because my brain went, hey, we still have a lot of Spyro that we've got to do. So we should get that done. And then we had our delay. And then yesterday, the 28th, was the last day to sign up for the Crown Championships, which was originally our goal with Spyro, but having the month-long delay of scales meant we could not do it this year, so I am planning that for next year. 2021 shall be my year. I will make it fucking happen. Like, seriously. We want to go that distance. Plus, Sunset Dragon's art is just phenomenal. Trying not to get my hand glued to anything, because I don't feel like taking a shower tonight. Took one yesterday. Careful. Trying to think of what I can save 2020. I'm trying to read. Well, of course, now you're going to be a jackass. There it goes. Right? Plus, with how big some of my goals are getting, it's like, we're going to need time. Ow. This thing just starts to hurt after a while, and it gets annoying. Ugh. Like, for 2021, we've got Spyro. I'm hoping if I just, keep a steady pace, Spyro might be done by DaishoCon for 2020. Then I could do, like, a dry practice run. I likely won't compete with Spyro anywhere else other than the C2E2. I know some have suggested, like, well, if you're going to finish it by Daisho, why not compete with it at Daisho? My brain just goes, because I want to take it to C2E2, and I don't want it on any other stage until then. I mean, if it doesn't do anything at C2E2, I can always take it to another con. That is definitely no problem. Just have to get there first. I know so far myself, Timeline, or Katie, and I want to say one other friend of mine wanted to try it. We're all just kind of playing it by ear though, seeing what we're doing at the time. I'm really the only one who has the set plan of this is what I'm doing. It is not going to change. Let that dry for a little bit. Frick, which one? That one. Ha ha ha. I was like doing 2 little layers of barge. Just because for some reason I've noticed that gives me a very, very strong hold. You have to wait. I've seen some people stick pins in their foam props while they're drawing, and my brain just goes, you shouldn't do that. You're just adding unnecessary pinholes you'll have to fill later. Plus, if you're doing your barge correctly, you shouldn't need to clamp it together or pin it together in the first place. I don't know. It's one of those personal pet peeves in my brain that just goes, you shouldn't do that, guys. Come on, there we go. Ha ha ha. So, it is still the beginning of 2020. I've been putting together my con list. We already hit Midwinter Gaming. Next up is, of course, Anime Milwaukee. And after that is where things start going a little bit all over the place. Oops. We are planning to go, no brand of course. I should be running panels there again. We submitted a few for ASEN, so we'll see if those ones get in. If not, that's okay. Still gonna go and have fun. From there, the base plan was Kitsune, because I've never been, but I hear really good reviews. Right? Midwinter was so much fun this year. Even though I was only there for one day, well, technically night, I still had a blast. Plus, it helps that a lot of our very good friends attend Midwinter, and sometimes that's the only place I get to see those guys anymore. Like, there are so many friends I have that are miles and miles away, and it fucking sucks. Ooh, I like this one. So the more cons we get to go to, the better. I even started the wonderful little game of, I staffed this convention, wanna join me? Because, I mean, they get a free room for most of the cons we do, and then they come up, we hang out for a weekend, do some epic cosplay work, run around at a con doing what we love, and we just get to go. And it helps so much. Second layer. Come on. Clean lines. I want this all to look quite good. Like, seriously, I'd say out of all of my skills, prop making is probably the one I need to work on the most. Which is quite good because most of the cosplays I'm planning or have started working on require a rather decent prop for this year. Or armor piece. Like, fuck. All of Spyro is like one giant armor piece, and that is making me so happy. Alright, let's see. Oh, no. We're gonna start over here. Yeah, we really need to be able to find a way to go see them guys more often. Let go down there. I am not forming that part yet. Gotta go so fucking slow to make sure everything lines up nicely. Because I cut this thing out so perfect to keep it a nice circle, and I do not want to lose that shape. Press everything together. close. There we go. Ha ha ha. Sorry for the sudden lack of talking. As soon as my brain starts to hit that hyper-focused ADHD state, everything just goes fucking out the window. Come on, there we are. So I'm just gonna go around, pinch everything, make sure it's all nice and lined up. If it needs a little bit of adjusting, this is where I do it. I will be going back in once this is dry with some of my caulk just to even everything out, make sure it's all good. I can actually see really well on the inside. Yep, we actually have the fan is running, and I also have the window cracked with one of my little soft boxes going out. We're being careful. Just because we know my asthma and we know it's bad. Right there. That one needs a little bit of pressure. Like seriously, when you do it right, you don't need fucking pins. I love it. That is one of my favorite things about this barge cement. That one there. It's a little bit more pressure. Ha ha ha. Nicely sealed. And it's getting that very good shape. Quite excited for this one. It's not fully dry yet, but... And that's with only one of them and it's holding up pretty good. Let's set this over there. And then we can get this one. Ha ha. Seriously, when I'm like holding these things, I instantly think of the chakrams from Xena Warrior Princess. I know, that was for fucking ever ago, but I wouldn't mind, since they're doing like remakes of everything, if they did a remake of hers and the live action Hercules, because those two were both quite good. Somebody needs to go back there and revitalize them. I just think it would, they'd be a hit. At least in my eyes. God, seriously, we're sitting here with fucking alligator clips to hold on our glasses. Ugh. Okay, I'm not that old, but I've already started to notice a difference between the stuff I know and remember and the stuff people even 3 years younger than me know and remember. It's fucking weird. Like, they're old games I still vividly remember, and people just stare at me like, the fuck are you talking about? I hate that look so much. But I can't exactly stop them from giving me that look. Like, seriously. Oh, fuck, what was it? I want to say 4 years ago at Midwinter, we got an 8-bit gaming system. And, like, we were excited. We messaged some of our friends just like, guys, you won't believe what we just got. We're going to bring it back to the house, and we're going to put it in the living room, and we can all play on it. We never ended up playing on it just because D&D and Pathfinder take over, and we always forgot. But when we told them we got an 8-bit gaming system, they just kind of stared at us like, what? That's just back like, what do you mean? It was sad. I felt so disappointed at that time. I don't know. I wouldn't mind getting another one because I don't remember what happened to that thing. We've moved so many times in between then and now that it's like I've lost a lot of my fabric cord to moving. I hate it. I miss my fabric cord. I need my fabric cord. And it's just like, I want it back. But I can't get it back. So that makes me really upset. Trying to think which piece I can do after this. My brain is leaning towards putting on the top, the bottom cap. Lucky. I don't remember what it was, but it was like one of those revitalized 8-bit systems. I guess though it doesn't help that some of the games I enjoyed back then are apparently obscure titles. And I was sitting over here thinking like, doesn't everybody know this game? Nope. Half the people I've talked to don't know most of the games I played. The fucking Legend of Dragoon. Love it. Eventually going to make all of Maru because she is best girl. And like overpowered as fuck in most situations. But I can't for a while. Just because I've already loaded myself up with so many other projects. And fuck, what was the other one? Dino Crisis. Most of the people I've talked to do not know that one either, and it makes me sad because that was like a great first horror game back at the time for me. I know, horror isn't everyone's favorite genre, but still, I think it's fucking amazing. They need to do more in the horror genre. I know they're working at it, but lately I have felt very, what's the word? Disappointed in some of the horror games that have come out. They rely so much on jump scares instead of building up an atmosphere. Even the movies lately. Like, yesterday, my friend Dr. Frog came over. And we sat down and we watched a movie called Dead Con. It was okay. They didn't give us enough history on this supposed cursed room and whatnot. And while we were just sitting there, we were like going through the usual horror movie rules. None of them matched up. It didn't even seem to have its own set of rules to play by. So when it ended, we were just kind of sitting around there like, so what the fuck just happened? Is that supposed to be the scary part? We don't get an ending? We don't get an answer? Because all the characters are gone. What the fuck else are you gonna do now? Oh, it stands up. Better not trust that though, or it might fall in my lap. I don't want to get glue on my skin. Ha ha ha. Gosh. I need to get some fog out for my glasses when I do this because they get so fucking foggy. I don't think you're able to see it though. But on this end, fuck, it is annoying as shit. I'm trying to see and work on my props, thank you. Breathing. If we could just stop, that'd be great. No springies, no springies. Don't fall. I seriously just tried to stick that in my mouth without thinking. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm not liking this song already. Yuck. No offense to those who enjoy rap, but it is not for me. Do, do, do. Come on. There's gotta be one in here. I managed to find a playlist that's mostly, what's the word? Copyright and royalty free. And it's not bad music, it's actually pretty good. I just have to sift through it because it's a giant fucking playlist over 300 songs. At least I'm learning which ones I don't like. Because one of my last live streams we did, I don't remember which one anymore. We ended up getting like 2 strikes on it because of a couple songs my friend was playing. Like, I understand. She didn't know. YouTube's kind of an ass when it comes to all the copyright stuff. But in my brain it just kind of went, there goes my perfect streak. I had never gotten a strike before that. I don't know. Maybe I can build up a new streak. There was my first. Never get one after that. We'll see. And it goes like that. Wonderful. I think I'm on the second coat already. Yeah, pretty sure I'm on second coat. Right. Haha. This doesn't seem like the right one. Okay, it is. Reload! Just realized moving that over to help see what I'm doing might be a good idea. What time? Oh, that's not too bad. Like, this part is slow, so I know I'm not exactly going to get everything done tonight. But we can at least start. Topics to talk about. I went over conventions. I don't know. Do you guys want to do like random questions while I'm sitting here? Because then it's not like I can go anywhere and I have to answer them. So do whatever questions you want. Be mature about it. I know how some of you are. Really? You won't freaking load? That is just peachy. Could just put it on my phone, but that gets annoying after a while. I tried to use that to keep track of chat. Which reminds me, where did I put my phone? Hello there. Got it. Ha ha ha. I remember when I first ever started barging stuff, I would get those little stringy tendrils all over the damn place. Until I finally figured it out. Hold it and wait for it to go away, instead of just booking it. I know how dangerous these questions can be, which is why you guys just need to, what's the best word I can think of? Keep it in your pants. That's the right word. Why is this thing just being such an ass today? Come on, Stringy. Go away. Wait, I don't know if I finished console. I'm thinking about that. Well, you guys put in your questions. Let me think. I know I ended with... Okay, I ended on Kitsune. So, after Kitsune, we've actually been asked to come back to LionCon. We won't be judging, but I'm planning to throw in a bunch of panels and just do like, what's the word? Do all all the workshops and shit. Hopefully, we'll see what they want. I'm just gonna send them the email and be like, hey, this is what I can do again. What do you want? I'm also gonna try to rope in a couple extra friends to go this year. To be all, hey, I wanna do this. If they say yes, do you wanna go? Because there are a couple of panels that I run that are so much better when I have more of my friends there. Because then while, yeah, we're up there having these conversations about whatever it is we're teaching or showing to people, it helps because each of us have been doing it for a different period of time, and we've all tried out different LARPs or different sewing and creating, all sorts of different techniques. It's one reason why I love having such a weirdly diverse friend group. Because if you sit in a room with us and you ask us a question, somebody's gonna know something, or we'll figure it out with our mishmash information we already have. Like, fuck, some of my friends are so weird. Oh, silly, funny, horrifying story. So we were at Die Show this last year, and pretty sure my C2 cosplay, as much as I fucking love her, she is babe, she is sexy, she is everything. Pretty sure she's cursed. Every time I wear her, Mother Nature attacks. And we noticed it on Saturday of the con, like a half hour-ish before we had to meet up with everybody in the green room before the competition. So as we were in the bathroom, I noticed it, and I'm just like, fuck, I don't have a tampon on me. So I yelled to Katie, Timeline, and shoot, how do I pronounce hers again? Katie and our other friend. Yes, I'm saying you're weird. We know we're weird. That's the problem. Do-do-do-do-do. Come on, I had her. Partholona. That's how you pronounce it. And I asked them, and Partholona just walks out of the bathroom, and I could hear her. It just screams, does anybody have a tampon? Sure enough, knowing our community, somebody came over, passed her one. She ran inside all happy and giddy and just tossed it over to me. At first, I felt mortified. Then it was just like, no, this is good. This is great. These girls got my back, and I love them for it. But seriously, I will find a way to repay that wonderful act of kindness. I just don't know what to do yet. Let's see. Alrighty, time for this bottom. Ooh. Hello. Ooh. This was lined up almost perfect. Ooh. Ha ha ha. Right? Like, I really love my C2 cosplay. The pizza girl part we did for it was so much fun. Great excuse to eat a pizza. And I figured, you know what? I'm gonna share this with more people. So I put it on the Facebook group Cosplay After Dark. And of course, one of the comments I got on it was, I bet that's not even Pizza Hut. So it's like, what? You're upset about my pizza that is clearly Pizza Hut. Because we had the side of the box facing them, and it was that, we did it in December. So we sadly got stuck with one of their fancy NFL boxes instead of the regular one like we wanted. We tried. They didn't have the regulars, but I didn't want to postpone this shoot because I was feeling confident and amazing. It sucked. So we're hoping maybe someday in the future we'll revisit it again. But that's going to be like a couple of years in the future if I do. There we are. Oh, nice. Ha ha ha. And this was feeling pretty good too. You know, part of my brain goes, what would happen if I actually punched somebody with one of these? And then it remembers, this is foam, sweetie. It's not gonna hurt that much. Even if I wanted it to. Like, don't get me wrong. I thought about making these out of metal, but I'm already pushing my luck with Spyro as it is. And I doubt more cons are willing to put up with my metal bullshit. Ha ha ha. Oh, hello there. Put a little more pressure on a couple of these areas just to make sure they're staying properly. Because so far everything is laying really nice and flush. So I'm enjoying that. I won't have much cleanup to do with my caulk so far. Like, there are little areas that are going to need a bit of smoothing out. But other than that, we're doing pretty good on the shaping. Up next is this big guy. Seriously, I have fucking tiny arms. The original one I cut out, I don't think I have it anymore. But this line here was the original size. And that was far too small for my arms to work with. Seriously. Fucking sucks being tiny. And then this piece is also gonna be a little bit more difficult just because it doesn't lay on top like this guy. It actually sinks in to make itself flush with this brim right here. So in my head, it's trying to figure out what's gonna be the best way to attach this without making it all wonky. I'm thinking maybe laying it down and marking out a line could be my best idea. I want this to line up perfectly. I know. We're trying to be a perfectionist on everything lately. Where is it? Oh, come on. Because I know this song is copyright free, so I can listen to that one while we're here. Okay. I should have planned this part out before I started everything else, but of course, I didn't. I know I have a pen around here somewhere. Let's see. Quick progress shot because I'm a sucker for fun progress photos. Even though nobody can see my weird faces, I still love making them. Alrighty. I'm gonna at the girls just because, you know, I'm mentioning them in stories, so we're gonna do it. Am I spelling it wrong? There she is. Oh, wrong button. Not fine time. telling all the gory details tonight. If you guys want to hear like con stories from different cons, tell me the con and I will find a story from it. Alrighty, putting that one up there, cause yeah! Found it! Ha ha ha. Gosh, I was hoping I'd find this song. It's such a good one. And it actually has more of the sounds I enjoy. Like, don't get me wrong, normally I listen to stuff like Issues, Hands Like Houses, those guys. I can't listen to them during stream, which sucks. Put that at a solid 10. Ooh, I'm wondering if I should start at like one of my very first cons. Wait, one of my better stories. This one's old. It's from back in high school. Ooh, hold on. I think I got that lined up nice. I'm gonna draw that line quick before I mess it up somehow. Got it. Ha ha ha. Fucking lined that up. Okay. Now I can focus. Try to do stories and crafting. So difficult. My ADHD is just like, let's bounce all over the place. But, okay, what was it? Right. So, it was Midwinter Gaming. I was back in high school, and I went there to work with one of the LARPs I used to do. And they were like, hey, why don't you guys, right? It's such a good song. And they're like, hey, why don't you guys go and try to drum up some interest? Go run around, chase each other, fight, that kind of stuff. So like, one of my friends dressed up as a bad guy, one of our monster races, and we just started like wandering around. Every now and then he'd like walk up to people or a booth or something and just like poke at them, be a nuisance a bit, just enough to kind of make them take notice before he'd run away or I'd chase him. And it was fun, but we were sadly there the same weekend as a girls' soccer tournament, and they were staying in the same hotel. So I lost him around a corner for about like 20 seconds before I finally figured, okay, he went this way, not that way. And when I rounded the corner, there he was, monster mask and costume, surrounded by a bunch of soccer girls just fawning over him. And like right away I got really confused, just like, I don't understand what's going on here. Just what the hell? Why are they actually enjoying this? And then my brain just had to go with the whole, we don't know. Oh, it was volleyball? I wanted to say it was soccer. Okay. I don't know, it's been years since then. And these girls were just like fawning all over him, and I'm just, what? So girls find monsters sexy now. I mean, yes. I'm not gonna deny that, but at the time, at a convention, and having them publicly display their affection was just like, wow. No idea where this is coming from. It was strange. Volleyball. Okay. I don't know, I just remember it happened. It was strange, and it happened. Seriously, we always have something weird happen at every con we go to. Like, oof. There will always be, as long as they're con goers, and especially cosplayers, there will always be a strange con story. I just tried to put it in my mouth again. Nope, don't pause that. Alright, we're still on the right playlist. Good. I keep getting paranoid that it's gonna auto off one of them and that I'll get in trouble because I really don't want to get in trouble. I still somewhat enjoy YouTube. I fear one day of getting kicked off this platform. They were! It was so weird! I think if I'm remembering right, later on when we were talking about, like, asking him, like, dude, what happened with all those girls? He's like, I don't know, I think one of them touched my butt, though. And we kind of just figured, okay, we're not going to take that route anymore. We're staying away from that part of the convention center and hotel. Because we don't want that. We want to avoid those. That makes me want to tell more butt touch stories. But I know those are not very appropriate. Oh, I know one that is technically appropriate, and it works. With Amki coming up. So, like, as some of you know, I do staff for Anime Milwaukee. My very first year there, we got this notice about a guy who was going around groping people. And at the time, it was Sunday. I was just walking around in my kimono. Because it's Sunday. I'm tired. I need some comfort in life. And that was the best thing I had that was comfortable because I had been walking around in a swimsuit most of that weekend. Really comfy swimsuit. I enjoyed it. If I had a choice, I would get a new one. This one next. But when we got that APB, like, I was walking around towards the vendor hall and I figured, you know, if I run into the guy, I can just say something. I can grab security. Easiest thing to do. But it ended up not being that easy, even though I really wanted it to be. This guy was walking around and then, like, you know when when you see it happen. The reaching under the arm or the slow move forward. I saw the slow move forward to grab and something in me just kind of clicked because after some of my childhood experiences I learned a little bit of self-defense, enough that I was just like, floor him, run. And my instincts took over and I just shoulder flipped this guy. And I just kind of then got really nervous, like, am I gonna get in trouble? I'm gonna get in trouble. They're not gonna let me come back. They let me come back. They said, don't do it again. But we did that. Hello.
Hello.
What?
Why does it smell like
I
dying
have
things?
the window a little bit open, but it's fucking cold,
Ow.
bro. Well, don't stub your toe on that.
You live streaming right now?
Yes, I am. I have old phone. I have new phone. I have things. And I'm making good progress.
Alrighty.
I'd ask for a kiss, but I don't think you should be in here for too long. Yay! Oh, you're going to bed?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be in at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too. Have fun.
Wow! Finished. Okay, I didn't just get glue all over that. Where did I leave off? Yes, shoulder throwing the guy. So I did that. And guy got kicked out, of course. And we kind of just left it at that. But then I remember the next year I staffed, and like, I admit I've done a fast climb at Anime Milwaukee. I went from normal staffer to assistant to department head. Like, year 1, year 2, year 3. It's slightly scary because now I'm just sitting over here like, I'm in control of stuff. You know, gremlin smile and all. Like, you guys have made such a mistake because I have plans. So while we've been doing that, it's kind of been a whole thing. The second year, we got an APB about a guy walking around in a purple suit. And like right away, like myself and my friends who were on the safety team were just, actually Jake with us, we were just kind of like, that's not a lot of detail. Like, a purple suit could be talking about one of the old school Batman Joker cosplayers. We need something more. I remember just like sitting there waiting, like, do you guys have a picture of this guy? What's going on? I don't quite remember if you guys ever found the guy. Like, did you? I know this thing takes like a little bit to catch up to real time, so I'll give you a few minutes. That'll let me focus on this quick. EVA Unit 1. Okay. Okay, they did find him. I'm glad. Like, I think at the time, though, like, we also saw a guy walking around in a purple, like, suit jacket or something, and we kind of were just looking at him like, is this the guy? And I don't think it ended up being that guy. It was the different one that you guys ended up grabbing. But just having to listen to all that. Like, I'm already a little worried about this year, how people are going to act with our updated clothing policy. So we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. Oh! We just got added by Partholona over on Instagram. Girl, what'd you say? Tagged by StarFall, currently raiding and dying a lot. Tagging Fluffy Fox. Aww. I love her. Look at this babe. She's so fucking cute. Yeah, it was a nice suit. Yes. There was another guy and they're like long hair, average height. God, what else did they say about him? But the description of this guy was pretty generic, but when we heard it, we were just like, is that my husband? Of course, it wasn't, but it was just, what? Everything in my brain just kind of stopped for a sec, like, I know this isn't him, but this is still entertaining me. Careful. This is the big thing I hate about these ones. Her. Oh, that is a glob. Yeah, like I know there's one guy we're already kind of eyeballing for Amp just because, you know, when a person's commenting on things and you can tell they're being skeevy, he's doing that. So most of us have just been like, okay, write down this name, and if we hear the guy's acting like an ass, we already know this is a pattern. We know he's doing it on purpose, even though he's been told not to. It's just kind of like, the fuck? People really need to step it up there a little. If you're in public, use your common sense, even though it is not that common anymore. Ooh. Ah, shoot, I just got it all over my hand! I think I still have wipes in here, though. Getting strings on me again. I need to start taking my time more. Ooh! I just thought of another fun story. Anime Milwaukee last year, I didn't manage to finish my earrings for my fantasy Bakugou yet. So I just brought some of my equipment with me to the con, but like Friday night ended up being a really late night for some reason. People just weren't wanting to leave the panel rooms, get moving, and like, I admit, I had been up since about 7 or 8 that morning, and we didn't get to bed till, I want to say somewhere in between 2 and 3. So like when I got back to the hotel room, I started to get my stuff together because like, okay, I have to finish these earrings, that way in the morning I can put on my costume, be ready for judging, and go. And while I was up, like my friend Subs and Dubs, she was awake too, which was so nice. I just got to sit there, work on my stuff, talk to her at the same time. But while we were talking, like all of a sudden there was this rapid knocking on the door, and then we heard like thump 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 thump. Pretty sure somebody was going around doing the whole knock and run on the doors just because, you know, they're assholes. But after that happened, like, for some reason, we got up and we built a pillow fort, like, blocking the door. And I have no idea why anymore. I want to say we were expecting them to come back, but then in my brain it just goes, how are we gonna get to the door and open it with this fort blocking the door? So we kind of just stayed like that for a little while. And then we eventually fell asleep because, you know, we're adults and we're tired. Leave us alone. Oh. Got it. Oh no, don't stick yet, don't stick yet. Good. Okay, getting there. Closing this up. Oh, it's looking so good. I'm so excited. Ooh, that is a little tight, but it feels great. There we go. Awesome, we got it. I'm gonna have to figure out something to kind of stabilize it in one place. So far, the best idea that I have is maybe adding some elastic banding. Because for that, all I'm gonna need is, what's the word? hot glue. Maybe I'd cement it. I'm not sure. Otherwise, gods, I have no idea where they are. I did have this really fancy pair of leather gloves that I could probably stick on the inside and, you know, connect at least right in here. That way it'll stay connected, and then when I move, it's uniform. Because, yeah, it's wanting to do that right now. I am enjoying these though. They're so nice. I finally have my new toys. Like I'm aiming for this to be finished, even though I still need to do my whole neck piece. So currently I'm definitely gonna have a casual outfit planned. I'm buying all of the materials for it this Friday. So excited. I have this really cute grenade necklace coming in. It's gonna be adorable. I am gonna have to shorten it up though, because as most of you guys have learned, I am a fan of choker style necklaces, and this one's like fucking long. I can't do them long necklaces. Even my fantasy Bakugou ones are a bit too much for me, and they tangle like a bitch. I have to get those, like one of those fancy boxes that I can lay them in and make sure they can't move. Ugh, it's so annoying. I'll figure it out eventually though. Ugh. Gosh, this mask is getting annoying as shit. Alright, let's get moving again, cause... Okay, it's only 9:17. We ain't doing too bad. I've got like 40 minutes before I gotta run into bed. Cause sadly, I don't have many free nights this week. We're gonna be spending... Oh, let me think. How did it go? It was... this. Tonight was my free night. Tomorrow night, I believe, we're doing dinner. What day is it? Wednesday? Friday is volleyball for him. I might be able to do some work on Friday. No idea yet. To my knowledge, Saturday we're busy. Sunday's D&D. And then Monday we might be doing some party stuff. Right, Friday, Saturday I have to work on Anime Milwaukee work because we have some stuff that needs to be done before the con, and I admit I'm being a little lazy because I want some time away from it, which is why crafting night. Alright, I think I got that figured out. I would like this to be nice. There we go. Oh. Do. There it goes. Alright, back to glue. Ew. What was that? Oh, that was a dribble. Suddenly noticing one of these seams is puckering. Oh, somehow the seam got glitter in it. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but come on, camera. Like right in there, there's just some glitter. I don't know how that happened though. Like when? How? That shouldn't have happened. We're gonna try and clear that up a little bit because that I don't like. Like, I'm not sure how glitter is gonna affect my caulking work. I just tried to blow at it. You'd think by now, after doing this long enough, I'd realize I can't do some actions, but no. My brain still decides we can do this. We just have to try our very best. Craft STD, yep. Even if you don't use glitter, at some point it will enter your home. Like, best thing ever when it comes to glitter for me is I always think back to Mikey of Glam and Gore. She spilled green glitter in her apartment. God, how long ago would it be now? I want to say it'd be like 4 years now? Maybe 3? I'd have to at her and find out. But she's still finding green glitter. There are a couple of videos where like she was filming and then all of a sudden she just stops the video and she's just like, and the bane of my existence, and she like zooms in on a spot and just random green glitter. And she's like, it's been this long and I'm still finding it everywhere, and sometimes I don't even know I found it until I go back and I'm just like, it's bad. Glitter is the fucking worst. And yet I'm still using it for so many costumes that are coming up. Like, kill me now, because I know better and I'm still doing it. I don't get to complain when it happens, but I'll probably still complain. Seriously, I think we all have that understanding of glitter is the worst in the world. And then, like, a week later, we'll be like, give me my glitter. Now. Like, I've even looked at that biodegradable glitter they make now. It's really expensive though. And they don't, if I remember right, they didn't have an exact time frame of how long it takes to degrade. So like, it could be biodegradable in like 10 days or 1,000 years. We don't know. They won't tell us. That's a lot. Yes, I know you have an update ready to install. Leave me alone. What? Oh, we got a heart from Lizzie. Such a babe. Seriously, I'm so excited to see Subs and Dubs at Anime Milwaukee again. It's gonna be amazing. God, I'm starting to need a drink. I may have to run. Oh, we only have like a little bit left. Wait, no, I'm looking at that wrong. That's 24, not 42. Although, I mean, 42 is the answer to life, so it could be 42. Trying to think, what's another fun con story? Not really fun. More, I guess, what the fuck story would be, I was at Colossal Con a few years back with some friends, and like Colossal Con for me, while it was a fun con, it was an awful trip, mainly because I get carsick really bad, and so like I only went into the con technically 2 days because we did walk around a little bit on Friday, kind of lost. And I also kind of wanted to cut out a little early that day after we watched this guy like purposely step on and kick a girl's service dog. It just gave me this really bad taste in my mouth of like, I don't want to be around that, so let's move. But like the Saturday of con, they had the rave, and I was just like, I'm not feeling it. You guys can go, I will drop you off and I will come pick you up. You know, I didn't think much of it. I thought it'd be fine. Then when I went to pick them up is when things kind of got a little bad. Because as I got there, I pulled up to an ambulance. So of course, like, you know, the odds of it being them were slim. But still, my brain went into instant mom panic mode of, oh god, where are mine? What are they doing? Are they okay? Come to find out they had left the rave to try and go to a room party, and I was livid. And like, you can't explain to people what they do wrong, because half the time they'll be like, oh no, it was perfectly fine, we were safe. It's like, you went to a person's room party that you don't even know. With one of you being underage, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Like, don't get me wrong, I still may go back to Colossal Con one of these years, because I would like to see more of it. But if I do, oh, there are rules going down. Plus, like, getting a room for Colossal is awful. We didn't even bother trying to get one. We just decided, okay, we are going to go and stay at a very nice campground with some cabins just a couple miles away. And it was a good idea. Those cabins were really nice and cozy. We got to stay there and just relax. It was so good. Like, if I do go back, I'd probably try staying at that cabin again. They had a pool, there was volleyball nets. Like, at the time originally I wanted to go as Scanty and knee socks, but I did not have the time nor the energy and funds to put together those cosplays, because it would have been just me making them. I'm also quite happy that I waited to make those until now, because they look amazing. I'm excited to go out and take photos with them as soon as it warms up, because fuck, I hate this weather. You will not catch me outside in this weather unless I absolutely have to be outside. Like, the ideas have come up of like, what if we get a couple photos outside at Amki? And I'm just sitting here like, no, we're staying inside. I get sick easily enough as it is. I'm not willingly going out into this bullshit. Because that's what it is. Wisconsin bullshit. Oh yeah, this is a problem piece that I was worried about. While I was cutting, somehow I ended up with like a little notch over here. I don't know, I think at the end of, like the very end of this cut, my blade got a little dull. And decided, we're not gonna cut anymore, we're gonna shred. Thankfully it's only like, not even a centimeter, but it still worries me a little bit. Oof. I'm trying to think, what cons do you guys go to that you would heavily recommend? Like, currently on my highly recommended list is No Brand, Lion Con, Chizu, which I'm not sure if we're gonna make this year. We're gonna wait and see. Just because I know they're still working on growth, but at the same time, like, August is gonna be busy already. So I'm trying to figure that out. And we're hoping next year we might like take 2 cons and have them be like the flop cons. I don't think flop is the right word there. But, like, we will always do Daisho, Amki, and No Brand. Those are the 3 always. Just, you know, have like 2 cons in there that are ones that we trade off every couple of years. Like, do ASIN this year, do MomoCon next year. Stuff like that. Like, I know there's gonna be little ones like Wizard World, that one we're planning, just because it's a smaller con. It's only a one-day thing. We can make that work, even if it's just like, go after work or whatever. Come on, there we go. All nice. I'm almost ready to put this piece on. Then after that, I'm gonna have to work on my spacing for all the other bits. Well, I don't know. Should I smooth it out first with the caulk and then do those? There's so many decisions we need to make. Come on, open up. Oh, what's that? I feel like mine has stopped loading. Nope, we're still loading. Wonderful. Got it. Ha ha ha! There we go. And then we start the one. Oh, we're gonna pinch the bottoms here a little bit. I don't think I did that as well on this one. Just want to make sure everything on this is gonna stay. Well, I still really wish I could have done these out of metal. Weight would have also probably killed me. Just because even with using aluminum, that stuff gets heavy pretty quickly. If you want, feel free to make a random topic and we can go on that topic. It does not have to be cosplay conventions and crafting related. I am open to conversation. Oof. There we go. Got it. Oh. All smooth and flush. Everything is holding together very nicely. Ha ha ha. Need to do a little bit of heat shaping just to make sure everything lays the right way while it forms, so I just gotta grab my heat gun. Alright, let's move these over for a second. I too like to lift dangerously. Yes I do. We're gonna... Actually, I can throw this away now. Where did the cap go? There it is. We're just gonna set this on top. That's actually not too bad right now, so I can take this off for a minute. Oh, let my ears relax, cause ow. After a while, that really starts to hurt. Even like my more ergonomically friendly one that I used to have was just so horrible on the top of my ears. Okay, let's see. Gotta plug in and then I'll be all set to heat. Beware, this thing does get loud. I'm not sure how it will sound over the live stream. If there was a way for me to mute this, I would. But then it kind of mutes the entire thing. Got it. We're gonna do, yeah, about a medium should work. Just gonna go over everything nice and light. The hand in on that side, just form, smooth it down, make it not so bulbousy. And why do you sound like you're having trouble? You're not even that old. A little bit more. Like, I know most of these are technically going to be covered up when I put on all of these pieces, but I'd like to have most of that initial shaping done beforehand, that way I don't have to have any worries while I'm doing it. Looks much better. Now is right up here where it's giving itself a little bit of a weird texture. Like right here is going to be somewhat covered when we put on our trigger, but having a smooth base will give us much better, will give us a nicer area to work with. I'm even wondering if maybe I need to lower that just a little bit, but it looks like it's pulling itself inward, so I think I might have to actually slightly separate the inside here and raise it just a hair. Yeah, I might have to do that. Or I can actually use my heat gun for that a little bit, because if your seams are fresh enough, your heat gun can help this the adhesive pull itself off very slightly, which is incredibly helpful, especially for stuff like this. So you can be as careful as possible and you still might not line up perfectly. But like, yeah, I know, even my guidelines aren't going to be perfect. I'm okay with that. It happens. We adjust and we keep moving forward. What's the word for that? We adapt. Come on. There we go. Very nice. Pulling up, and we're not ripping at all either. Heat. We're starting in the center and going out towards the camera. There. Alright, so that has been pulled up and out. Now I'm just going to try slowly reforming it to a point where it shouldn't pucker anything. Yeah, already that looks a lot nicer. And then I'm just gonna have to reinforce that a little bit with some barge. However, I'm gonna want this stuff to set on its own for a little bit. I'm gonna the area, however, right over here. I need to pull up just a little bit, that way it matches the other side. That one I'm gonna have to take a closer look at to see if I'm gonna need to make any adjustments on it. But this guy, already after these slight adjustments, is looking much better. Come on. I know, we don't want to let go. This one I got a really good bond on too. There we go. And thankfully, any issues I can smooth out later on. Ha ha ha. All good. Got it. Alright, so then a little bit more pressing there. This little spot right here needs to perk itself back outward. All good. Just slide this one over here so I know not to touch it. Okay, this one does seem to have a very slight indent right here. It's not as bad as the other one, but it's still enough that it bugs me, so I'm going to take... This one looks like just the center area needs to be pulled up, because when I rotate it, it is only that exact point that has any form of puckering. Oof. I sometimes forget how warm these things get. And it is nice, but ugh. I remember there was a point where we were at one of our old apartments. Really cute little place. Slightly too little, kind of cramped at times. It's one of those places you lovingly call cozy, even though you just mean it's too fucking tiny. But, you know, it worked for while we were there, so we put up with it. But that place also had horrible heating problems. So, on rare occasions, it was way too fucking cold. This little guy over here was my best friend. Also, on an unrelated note, I learned you can easily toast a fucking marshmallow with these things. Yeah, the sweets habit dies hard. Almost there. I know most people like to do their heat forming before they've glued, but I find it helps during the gluing process too. Just because then you can work on your lines. Got that all set. So this, turn it off. Because I want the very top part here to be set as much as possible before I move on to anything else. There it goes. So I think while I let that part do its thing, I could probably culp the bottom of this and make sure it's nice and smooth. So we're gonna grab that. Personally, I like to get these really nice resealable tools. These ones are new too, which is even better. You're gonna make me use my heavy duty tools. Some water though. Set that like that, and then that should be good. There we go. And then we just go smoothing. Not quite. I should have grabbed a towel. really, most of these are very minuscule areas that need to be smooth. But I still like to be too much of a perfectionist on it. I got that from sewing, and I doubt I will ever lose that quality of mine. If it's not right, it doesn't leave the workshop. Especially lately.
Every day we escape, losing all of our faith. We can't live this way. Feel me slowly fade away. Feel me slowly fade away.
I think after I do this, I don't remember the dry time on this caulk. What was it? I don't remember. I won't be able to work on this for a while though, so I shouldn't have to worry about dry time, I guess. Gosh, that's so nice and smooth. I love it. Oh, sent something. Checking inbox. Aww. Thank you. When you are good with your, I don't know what you want to call it, finished one, if possible, I would love to be able to post it. Oof. Backtrack just a little bit on that one. Alright, that's looking good. Very slight. I'm aiming to not have to do any dremeling with it. Like, I might down the road for when I add some battle damage and stuff. Oof, that one's gonna need a little bit more. The way this stuff goes on makes me feel like I'm decorating a cake. Okay, so close. And we only have like 5 minutes.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and the darkness fill my soul.
However, we're on the home stretch for this one, and I don't want to touch the other one until it has proper time to set. This one, however, has set itself quite close that I'm okay with fiddling. need a little bit more over here. This part's a little bit lumpy. This is the one that had that tiny notch cut into it from my knife dulling itself. Really should have remembered to sharpen it before this cut, but apparently I was too excited while I was cutting. Alright, that is looking quite good. There are some minor areas I'm gonna need to do more touch-ups with. But for a night's work, I think we accomplished a pretty good amount. What day is it? Right, it's Wednesday. It's Work in Progress Wednesday. Sweet! For an unplanned broadcast, we've done pretty good today. A little bit there. Then once I'm good, I can just stand this thing up and we'll call it a night. So smooth. Plus, these tubes of caulk spread pretty far. Thankfully, I also grabbed the paintable version. Like, I will be plasti dipping this and then painting it from there. I'm still struggling to pick out my paints though. Picked up a couple of paint cards while I was out earlier. I found a regular green that matches pretty close to what I want my gauntlets to look like. But then I also found this metallic green that I've been staring at, kind of like I want it, but metallic on metallic is not always the best thing. So I've been trying to figure out what to do. I have no idea yet. I may just take a picture of both of the cards side by side and put a poll on probably Instagram. Might make it on Facebook too, see what you guys think. Because I need help. I can't decide. Alright. Well, that is where we're going to end. Gonna get the cap put on this before I forget. There it is. If I don't lose it first. That should hold. Careful with this one. Do the regular green? Okay. We will lean towards regular green. But I don't think this is too bad of progress, especially for under 2 hours. This has been a really good night. It's been a rough month, but I'm starting to feel back to myself. So thank you guys for coming out and sitting with me while we just do random cosplay crafting. Calling it a night because gotta be up early. So I'll see you guys later. If you haven't already and you've stuck around this long with us, hit that little subscribe button and then the bell to receive notifications whenever I randomly go live and start working on stuff. Otherwise, I'm tired, so we're gonna call it good night. As I struggle for the button.